Good afternoon, everyone. So, welcome back for our next lesson. I think this will be our final lecture for this semester. So, hopefully, you can be able to understand all the things that I have been discussed from previous meeting. So, ngayon, I think this will be a short lecture since we only have few topics remaining. So, to start, let me give you the topics that I'm going to discuss for this session. Okay, so our first topic is in a select statement. Uh, we can apply conditions such as if or case statement. Okay, so how do we do that? Later, I'm going to discuss. And also, part of the data management in databases is the uh, uh, allowing the user to insert new data, update a data, or delete a particular record from your database. These three remaining important topics are very relevant, most especially if you are developing as an application for a particular uh, an application that allows you to manage data inside the database, because these last three topics are used to manage the data inside your database. Inserting to is used for inserting your record for a particular table inside your database. So, ito yung tinatawag natin pag-add or adding a new data. Ano po? While update is for you to be able to write a command to modify existing data. If you want to change a particular contents of a particular record, you just specify the new changes and write this command. After execution, the record of a certain table will be updated. At the same time, if you want to remove, but sometimes this is rarely used, but in special cases, ginagamit siya, yung pag-remove ng data sa database. As I've mentioned before, when you use delete command in a database, wala na po itong balikan. When you say balikan, wala siyang pares ng Microsoft Word, na when you execute this command, may undo. So, it's very critical that when you execute this command, especially in delete, alam mo yung ginagawa mo. Ano po. But later, I will be discussing some of the things that you should always remember when executing this command. Okay? To start, let me first give you an overview what these topics are all about. Okay, the first one is what we call the select statement. By the way, I didn't share yet my screen, so I forgot. So, let me share my screen. Okay, sorry. No one has told me. Okay. Nakalimutan nyo. Okay. Ako din nakalimutan ko. Please check. Nakashare na ba yung screen ko? Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hindi kayo nagsasalita kanina. Hindi pa pala nakashare. Okay, so let us first examine the syntax and what is all about SQL if case statement. Okay. If you are familiar with conditional statement in programming language, just like in C++ or C#, madalas natin siyang ginagamit for identifying a possible path for a certain execution of your program, diba? So, we can also apply that in SQL command, but it's actually rarely used because when we develop program, sometimes ang logic kasi ng implementation ng pag-identify ng record is ginagawa na natin sa programming language. Pero bakit meron pa rin ito sa SQL? Kasi minsan, kung medyo shorter lang naman yung implementation ng condition, pwede mo siyang gamitin. Ano po? So, let me describe or discuss what is case statement. So, the case statement goes through conditions and returns a value when the first condition is met. Just like an if-else condition in programming language. Ano po? So once a condition is true, it will stop reading and return the result. So, if no conditions are true, which means from your condition, no particular conditions are met, so it will return a value coming from an else clause or else part. So, basically, very familiar siya, just like what we do in programming languages. We create condition statement to select particular line to to execute. But when do we use this statement? So, ginagamit natin to just like what we do in programming languages. We try to use this one or we apply this one in case that we have two possible outcome or more possible outcome and we need to choose which among those particular path we need to execute depending on a particular condition. So, there must be a particular condition that we need to met in order to execute a certain statement. So, yun po yung ano natin. Yun po yung idea. Ano po? Kasi in executing command, madalas natin ginagamit conditions, di ba? So, let me give an idea about this one. Okay. Although meron na tayong condition when we execute a select statement, just like what we do in writing select statement, we put conditions in while clause, but when do we use this select statement? So, ginagamit natin siya if we want to change how the column should be displayed. Okay? Let me give an example para magkaroon kayo ng idea. Ako ginagamit ko rin siya madalas, pero bihira. Kasi madalas, what I usually, tawag natin dito, siguro nasanay lang ako na madalas I provide or I insert the logical implementation of the statement usually in a programming languages part na siya, hindi na sa database. But siguro let's try this one here. Let me check. Okay. Now, okay. So I have this example database. So, okay na po ba? Nakikita po ba yung aking screen? Nakakita mo ba yung skill log natin?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, as we examine the data coming from a table called customer, so as you can see, there are lots of records. For example, we have several records here. We have 10 records here. So, we have data about our customer from the database. We have last name, first name, etc. Now, if we write commands such as select asterisk from the table name, okay, so sometimes we need to provide a much more informative result so that user can easily interpret what our system provides. So for example, nagkaroon ng particular requirements yung ating manager. Kunwari, meron tayong manager. Ano po? Instead of displaying the balance 0, we just want to display a particular words that pertains to this particular column. Let's say we want to provide a more let's say readable term for balance. Okay, so let's say for example, we need to display customer name, comma, customer F name, and of course, for example, the balance. Okay. So, display muna natin siya. But what we are trying to accomplish here is that instead of displaying 0 and the balance, we just want to provide a simple note that if a customer has a balance, we display customer has a balance, something like that. Parang note siya instead of digits, something like that. Okay? And we cannot accomplish that using condition because condition statement in while clause in select statement allows us just to limit the result. But if you want to change how this column will be displayed according to what the customer requires, doon na pumapasok yung tinatawag nating case. Ano po? So, paano ba siya gamitin? So, let's examine the syntax. Okay? So, if you want to use the case statement, all you have to do is to write the keyword case, followed by the when. When you say when, dito pumapasok yung condition. If the condition is met in your statement, the SQL command will execute the statement after the then keyword. So, yung result. Something like this. So, parang in programming languages, ito yung if mo, ito yung condition 1, ito yung else if condition 2, ito yung else if condition, and so on. Something like that. Okay? So, yun. Nakuha po ba? Nakuha po? Nakuha po ba? Yung ibig
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
sabihin. Now, for example, so let's have some example here. So, in this example, okay, so in this example, we have a query called order from order details. So, we need to display the order ID and the quantity. Aside from that, if the quantity ordered from that particular order is greater than 30, we need to display the quantity is greater than 30, something like that. Ano po? Or if the quantity is equal to 30, we need to provide appropriate message, something like that. So if ever those two conditions does not met, or if ever those two provided condition does not met by the query, execute yung nasa else part. Ano po? So let us provide another example. So in this case, gusto ko yung gawin sa kanya, okay, case, okay, sabihin natin kung meron siyang balance, sabihin natin with balance. Okay, pag wala, without balance, or parang ganun. Para purpose lang nito is for example. Okay, so when CS balance is greater than 0, sabihin lang natin sa kanya with balance. Para meaningful siya. Kasi ang intention natin, hindi naman natin kailangan pang tingnan magkano ba yung balance, etc. Kasi wala tayong rights to know that. Maybe we have, maybe the purpose of this report is for us to be able to identify which among these customers has a balance, or we don't have to identify how many balance does the customer have or has. Okay? Tapos else na siya. Kasi dalawa lang naman yun eh. Diba? So dalawa lang naman yan. It's either greater than 0 or 0 below, or 0 something. Okay? So, no balance. Something like that. Okay? Then, we put end to the condition. Okay? Para mas magkaroon siya ng meaningful column name, gumagawa tayo siyempre ng alias. Okay? Kasi ang lalabas dyan, pag walang alias, ang lalabas dyan yung condition or expression. Okay? So, tawagin natin siyang as let's say note na lang, or remarks. Something like that, remarks. Okay? So, if we try to execute that one, okay, execute natin. Oops, meron akong mali. May din ba ako? Ay, sorry, wala akong then. Sorry po. Then, okay. So, execute. Okay, meron pa rin. What happened? Kasi po, I have supposedly column here and another column here. So, it's either kulang ako ng comma, or since hindi naman natin kailangan tong column na to, tanggalin na natin. Okay. Customer balance T. Okay. Sorry for the typographical error. Okay lang yan. Okay. So, as you can see, naging meaningful na siya. Okay. So, no balance. Something like that. It's just that you just want to apply extra features of your query that allows us to identify a particular column. Something like that. Okay? Let's say for example, saan madalas na ginagamit? Minsan, sa column kasi ng database, let's say, halimbawa, meron tayong column na hanap tayo ng another example. Okay. So, for example, okay, so for example, customer area. So, halimbawa, instead of displaying 615, sabihin na natin customer area code. Area code. Okay. Pag ang area code niya ay equal to 615, sabihin na natin area to from Sorsogon branch. Diba? And this one is, let's say who? Ano ba? Bulan branch. Parang ganun. Bulan branch. Tawagin natin siya as branch. Something like that. Okay? So, when we execute this one, so, meaningful na siya. So, this several employee here is came from Sorsogon branch and Bulan branch. So, which among them are from Sorsogon? So, you can easily identify. Let's say, for example, order by natin siya. Order by, let's say, tawag natin dyan, anong pangalan nun? Customer area. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so from here, we can easily identify or just like trying to apply a particular string message, pwede yun, or just try to make a meaningful column values to a particular data. Okay? Kaya ginagawa natin yung case statement. Actually, pwede na rin siyang gawing if statement. Ang pinagkaiba lang, just like what we do in Microsoft Excel, we just apply the if, followed by condition, followed by, this is the true path, and this is the false part. Something like that. Parang sa Excel, pares lang siya. Kaya lang, what is more efficient in this case is that, what if we try to apply multiple conditions? Medyo mahirap na sa if statement. Ano pa? Pero pag simple statement lang, kagaya nito, pwede mo siyang gawin. So, let's say, try that one. Okay? Pag ganito, medyo madali lang siyang gawin. Okay? And bulan. Something like that. So, tawagan na natin siyang as branch. Something like that. Okay? Yun, as branch. Something like that. Okay. Ito, alias ko lang naman to sa column. So, parehas lang naman to implementation niya. Diba? Ang problema lang, what if we have multiple conditions? So, medyo mahirap na siya kasi ang kailangan mong gawin, pag ito na-met, Sorsogon. Pero pag may other conditions ka pa, maglalagay ka pa ng another if dito. If. So, parang it's like branching of statements na minsan nakakalito na sa part ng gumagawa ng query. So, kaya it's advisable to use na lang case. Okay? Instead of using if. But of course, if you have a simple, really simple condition, you just, ano na lang, for convenience purposes, just apply if a statement na lang in your query. So, that's how you apply if tuloy, case statement in select query. Again, this is a special command for special purpose lang naman, or if you have purpose of changing the column or the data how you want them to display. Ano po? Okay? Questions so far? Questions so far?
Dapat ang dapat sininihan.
Hello?
Nagets mo?
Question po?
Nagsabay-sabay ng ini kung kailan nag-start.
Sure kayo? Wala na kayong tanong? Okay, let's me look at another example here. Let me look for another example or other example here. Okay, let's say invoice. Try natin.
Ang start, kami na 27. Ang
Okay.
completion, kung kailan natapos. Kami yan. Mag-print na lang ako kay sir. Ang tatak niya dapat today. Tama? Ngayon sabay inaan.
Hanap tayo. Tax. Okay. Hanap tayo ng mas, magagamit natin. Okay. Okay, so if you take a look at this another example database table here, we have this product table. So you have list of items here that contains description, product code, quantity on hand, minimum order requirements, something like that, and the price. And we have a discount, di ba? Okay. So as you can see, meron tayong products dito. Let's say for example, product. Select asterisk from product. Diba? Product. Okay. Now as you can see, meron tayong discount column. So let's say we just want to identify which or we just want to list all the products here from our table, after listing them, we need to identify which of them or which among them has discounts that are available to apply in every purchases. So let's do that one. For example, P code. Okay, P code comma. Let's say P description. Okay, descript. Tama spelling ko. Okay. After that, let's write a case statement. So when P discount discount is greater than, as you can see, meron tayong decimal dito. So, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung decimal 0 or 0. So, gawin natin greater than 0.0. So, let's try that one. Then, discounted, or with discount na lang. With discount applies. Okay. Hirap na ginawa yung statement. Di ba? Okay. Else. Okay. No discount. Something like that. Depende. Gusto lang natin magkaroon ng meaningful content yung column natin. Okay. So, syempre, to terminate the condition. So, and so, lagyan tayo ng tawag natin dito. Let's say status. Okay. So, yan. Lagyan tayo ng areas. Okay. So, let's try to execute. So, let's review. So, I want to display a list of items and indicate whether a product can be discounted or not. So, I need to display product code, description, and another column that provides a note if the product can be discounted or not during purchase. So, let's try. Okay, so, as you can see, I already have executed the query and provide me a list of items, and instead of displaying 0 or discounted percentage, I am now showing easy to understand column to provide information to the user which among these products have available discount to apply, diba? So just like that. Okay. Or para mas magkaroon pa siya ng meaning, pwede natin siyang isabay sa description. So if you want to, let's say for example, provide information like product name, tapos merong parenthesis with discount, something like that, we can do that here. Ano po? So, let's try to implement that one. So, if you want to combine two columns together, all you have to do is to use concat. So, concat, okay. Ibig sabihin ng concat, we are going to concatenate two columns or several columns and try to merge them into single column. Okay? Then, comma, of course, gawa tayo ng space para mayroon tayong space between the, and then, comma, this is the third string. So, gawin tayo ng parenthesis, something like that. Okay. Ngayon, this is now the implementation of the case statement. So, whatever output this condition provides, it will combine with the product description. So, since we have this one, so gawa tayo ng comma. Okay. And then, after this, close natin siya. Okay. By the way, bago pala natin i-close, i-close din natin yung parenthesis. Okay. Something like this. Okay. So, what will happen if we combine this one? So, ayun na siya, no? So, i-enter ko na lang para madali niyong maintindihan. So, this one, is the closing parenthesis to concat with this one. And sa gitna, kung ano man outcome nitong condition na to. And of course, product name is space, open parenthesis, outcome of this, and the close parenthesis. Tawagin natin siya as description. So, or details na lang. Product details, something like that. F9. So, as you can see, I now combine the information that we need. So, yung product natin, wala siyang discount. Discount applies. Okay, so, what do you think? Nakuha na po ba yung essence ng paggamit ng case statement?
Yes, sir.
How about yung iba po? Nakukuha po ba yung discussion?
Yes po.
Okay, okay. Very good. Do you have any more clarification? Or reaction to what I have discussed so far? Sure. Kumusta yung activity ko sa query?
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Into this lesson or yung sa last time po?
Ano nakaraan? Yung activity ko nakaraan, di ba nag-lesson tayo? Mayroon ba kayong tanong doon?
Okay, sir. Dun sa lesson po, sa yung iba, yung count mismo yung hindi po malinaw po sa akin, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Yung iba, na-encounter ba yung medyo nalito sa count? Meron ba? Okay. So,
Kasi last time, mabilis yung pagsabi mo ng count as asterisk, tas yun lang. Ganun ba?
Okay. Hindi ko napansin na ganun pala. So, it's a good thing na may nanonood ng video ko na kumpleto, tapos may napapansin na hindi, madaling maintindihan doon. So, at least, merong Okay, so try to, na lang, try to always observe or, identify some things na hindi clear during our online discussion. Okay, so, clarifying that particular case, yung count, para saan ba yung count? Count is used for, simple lang, counting data or counting records, etc. So what's the purpose of count? The purpose of count is for us to be able to identify the number of records returned to a query. Ilang records ang pwede niyan i-return. Kaya usual lang ginagawa natin dyan, you just use the keyword count and we type asterisk. Okay? Let's say for example, I want to count how many products I have in my database. So you just use the word count and from without any condition, of course. Kasi lahat ng rows sa database mo, ika-count niya. Okay? Something like that. I have 16 records. Kung titignan natin, 16 records talaga siya. Diba? Now, what if meron na tayong condition? Okay. Let's say for example, from this particular table, let's say we need to identify how many of our product records, let's say, ano ba pwedeng gawin? Ano ba? Anong pwedeng gawin? Wait lang. Okay, ganito na lang. Okay, count. Okay, bilangin natin yung items natin or product natin na below 20 yung kanyang price. Okay? So, pag gumawa ka ng count or if you apply count, you have to expect that it will not return multiple rows. Just like what we did here. Hindi siya kagaya nito na pwede mag-display, ma-identify mo yung product na less than 20 pesos, something like that. Ano po? So, ang gagawin niya, bibilangin niya lang. Okay? So, kaya ang tawag natin sa kanya is aggregate function. Aggregate means you merge. Ano po? Parang pinagsama-sama mo into one column. Okay, let's say P price is less than or equal to 20. So, lahat ng price na may less than or equal to 20, bibilangin niya lang. Yun lang.
Right. Even
So, I have 8 items. Okay? Malinaw po yun? Malinaw? Malinaw po? Okay. Okay na po ba?
Ako pagkapunta sa
Okay na po ba? Okay na? So, clear na po yung count? Okay na po? Okay. Saan po madalas ginagamit ang count? Halimbawa, kunin natin yung vendor. Let's say, vendor name,
Punta sa kuya. Password.
V-code. Okay, V-code. Display natin. Okay. Tapos, kasabay ni V-code, tingnan natin kung ano yung mga product na ino-offer ni vendor. O tinitinda niya. Descript. Or pinuproduce niya. Okay. Okay. Ngayon, medyo hindi pa siya meaningful. So, para maging meaningful yan, isort natin. Order by V-code. Okay. Something like that. Ngayon, as you can see, naka-arrange na siya according to vendor. So, ibig sabihin, we can actually, have a simple recognition kung anong products ang ino-offer ng specific vendor. But what if we need to count? If you're a vendor, how many products do you sell or do you offer? Something like that. So, that's the time na gagamit na tayo ng count. This time, pwede na natin specify, since meron tayong isa pang column that address a particular column name, we can specify counting na lang based on product description that we could retrieve. Something like that. Okay? Malino po? Now, meron tayong problema dito. Since ang count ay binibilang niya yung number of products per vendor, ang problema, the problem here is, it will return single row. Kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng problema. Ang gusto nating malaman, ang gusto nating makita sa result, nandito yung vendor code plus yung count ng product niya. Diba? Another vendor code plus yung count ng product niya. Ganyan. Okay. So, to do that, we need to group by this record by vendor so that we can easily count how many product does a vendor offers to the particular store. Okay. So, let me apply that concept. So, that's the concept that we are trying to achieve. Ano po? So, to do that, okay. Sino ba nauna? Order by o group by?
Sir, group by.
Group by muna. Okay. So, group by V-code. Okay. So, as you can see from here, from the list of vendor that we have right now, just like this one, okay, we need to group them together. Okay. So F9. Okay. So, as you can see, nag-group natin yung vendor individually and we can able to count how many products they sell. Nakuha po yung point ng count, so dagdagan natin to as product, let's say count. Okay. Count. Something like that. F9. Okay. Okay. Ngayon, mapapansin nyo may null. Ito gawin natin. Okay. So, lagay tayo ng very basic lang. If statement. Para, instead na null, kasi iba yung blanco eh. Gawin na lang natin meaningful yung column niya. So, if, okay. Ganito ang pag-check pag blanco yung content ha. Is null. Hindi equal to null ha. Is null. Okay. Pag ang column na yan ay null, sabihin natin unknown. Diba? Unknown siya. Okay? Malinaw? Okay. Pero kung may laman naman yung vendor code, i-display natin yung vendor code syempre. Okay? Something like that. Okay? So, gawin natin ng alias. Vendor. Okay? So, what this condition will provide, or what this statement will provide is that I will provide parang recognizable label instead of displaying a null value from the column. So, pag ang vendor ko daw ay null, maglalagay na lang ako ng unknown instead na null. Kasi pag niretrieve mo yan sa program mo, let's say gumamit ka ng programming languages to display that record, ang lalabas doon ay blanco, which is hindi siya recognizable. So, let's try that one. Ayan. So, unknown vendor has 2 products and others has, we have the list of count of items that they have. Okay. Nakuha na po ba yung concept ng paggamit ng count? Okay na?
Yes.
Okay. Baka na-challenge kayo sa exam, ha? Okay. Ano naging problema nyo doon? Medyo intindi nyo lang ng mabuti. Okay. Lalo na doon sa mga paghanap ng 10 coach ba yun? Mga ganun. Natutuwa kayo doon at dapat natuwa kayo sa mga ganong challenges kasi nakakadagdag yun sa mga dapat yung matutunan. Ano po? Okay. Kaya iniisip niya, di naman itinuro ni sir kung paano hanapin yung coach dito sa team na to. But I already discussed the concept of how to use conditions, how to use the count, how to use the yung other things na dapat yung natutunan. Hindi naman ako naglagay ng question sa exam nang hindi kasama sa na-discuss ko. Yun nga lang, since problem solving siya, you need to find the solution for that particular requirements. Ano pa? Okay. But you are free to consult me. So, din ko mapakonsult ba? Wala naman siguro, so far. Okay. Actually, marami pa tong command sa select statement na hindi ko na sinama. Pag-uusapan natin yung sa advanced database management. Okay. Questions so far? Question? Hello? Hello?
Sir, excuse me po, sir.
Yes po.
Di ba nagsimula na yung academic break po?
Yes po.
So, di ba kasama na rin yung teachers dyan na hindi magtatrabaho? Magre-respond man pa rin po ba kayo sa mga weekdays? Kahit
Yes po, nag-check pa rin po ako. Kasi yung academic break, for the information of everybody, yung academic break po natin, applicable yun sa mga nag-module. Ano po? Kasi kayo, naka-flexible kayo. Diba? So, kahit di nyo naman kasi require mag-visit sa school. Ano po? Anyway, although nasa academic break tayo, ito kasi ginagawa natin ngayon is parang makeup class doon sa ating previous classes na hindi ko na-attendan during that time na busy kami for the review. Okay, I hope naintindihan siya kasi ako din gusto ko sana talaga na as much as possible lahat ng topic doon sa course outline na discuss ko talaga siya. Ano po. So, kaya I understand some of you might not attend in schedule. Kasi in-schedule siya last week pa. So, ayoko naman na kasi kailan ba lumabas yung memo? Sabado, Saturday. If I'm not mistaken, Saturday. Pero na-schedule ko sa ata. Kailan ko ito na-schedule. Pero plano ko na talaga ito, i-pursue yung online classes. So, para sa akin naman, wala namang problema kung wala mag-attend kasi unang-una, recorded naman siya. Ano po? So, actually, mas advantage ka mag-attend kayo kasi nga, nagkakaroon tayo ng interaction kagaya nito. Okay? So, I understand kung meron hindi mag-attend, okay lang. Pero in terms naman sa trabaho namin, ako, active pa rin naman ako, nag-check pa rin ako. Yung mga nag-submit last week, natapos ko sa checkan. Yung mga previously kahapon, yung nag-submit kahapon ng hapon, kasi kahapon natapos ko lahat ng checkan ko kahapon. So, kung may nag-submit kagabi, hanggang ngayon, hindi ko pa siya tapos checkan kasi nga, nag-class ako kaninang umaga sa isa kong subject. So, basically, baka bukas, free ako bukas, so mag-check pa rin ako. Okay? Okay. So, any more,
Sir po,
Yes.
sa date po na sir, pwede po bang gamitin yung less than or equal, greater than or equal?
Pag nagtikunin ng date, actually pwede. Pwede yun. Actually, pwede kang gumamit ng relational sa date at pwede kang gumamit ng between, okay, between na keyword at pwede kang gumamit ng like. Let me give an example with these three. Okay, mabuti na tanong mo na rin para baka may difficulties ka at least mabawasan natin yung problema mo sa query. Okay. Ang ginagawa ko, comment to comment. Okay. So, how do we query date? Okay. Kagaya na to. So, select. Count na lang natin para wala na tayo. Hindi naman natin, hindi naman tayo conscious sa result. Ang conscious lang natin magamit yung condition. Okay. From product. Okay. Product. Tama ba? Okay. Product. Where? Halimbawa, kukunin ko lahat ng date na nagsimula sa 2008. So, dapat disregard itong 2007. So, where P in date, sorry po, in date is greater than year. Pwede kayo gumamit ng function na year. I think na-discuss ko ito nung nakaraan. Tama ba? Okay. Sure. Pwede natin gawin ganito. Kasi kung hindi year, medyo matatagalan tayo dyan. Dalawang condition yan. Isa lang naman pala. Year 2008. Kailangan yung kumpletuhin to. Okay. Kailangan yung kumpletuhin to. Since kailangan nyo ng 2008, nagsisimula ka ng January. Something like that. Okay. Or greater than or equal. Something like that. Okay. Kasi kukunin mo 2008 pataas na siya. So, kasama na yung January hanggang December 31 up to date pataas na siya. Okay? Kaya kung maglalagay kayo ng relational, make sure kompleto yung format ng date mo. Okay? Okay, you have 10. Kung bibilangan natin siya, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, ngayon, paano naman yung paggamit ng year? Ito kasi specific lang sa year. Hindi mo na kailangan mag-specify ng month. All you have to do, palitan natin to, lagay natin dito. Kukunin mo lang yung year ng column. Greater than 2008. Something like that. So dito, hindi mo na i-specify yung month saka day. Kukunin mo lang yung year part ng particular date. Make sure, ang column mo, ang data type niya, date or date and time. If you try to examine, in date and time. So, pag string kasi, hindi niya kayang gawin yun. Kasi string type siya eh. Gagana lang yung year, month, or day. Pag date, date or date and time ang kanyang data type sa database niya. Okay? Okay, 10 din siya, syempre. Lalabas 10. Or pwede mong gamitin. So, gawin na lang natin asterisk para nakikita yung difference. F9. Okay, nandiyan siya lahat yung 2008. Or, pwede nyo gawin. Kasi 2008 naman, importante. Ang result parehas eh. Like. Diba? So, unahin mo yung 2008. Tapos, gawa ka ng dash. Tapos, wildcard ka na. So, month or day man siya. Basta ang unang string niya ay 2008 dash. Kasi lahat naman na nandito 2008 dash ang unahan. Maliban sa 2007. So, pwede mong gawin yan. F9. So, same pa rin ang result. Okay, execute ulit natin F9. Right click, execute, query. Ganun pa rin naman yan. Okay, F9. Okay, ganun pa rin naman yan. That's how you query it. So, maraming variation. Depende. Okay. Okay, question so far. That's the difference between between pala. Ang between, ginagamit mo siya if meron kang pinipili na data between two dates. Okay? Ganun siya. Okay? Okay. Question so far?
Sir, halimbawa po, sinabi sa query is between 3 and 5. Yung 3 ng 5 po ba, kasama po ba yun?
Ang alin? Ang alam ko kasi sa between, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, halimbawa, gawin nating price quantity on hand. Let's say, meron tayong 10 and 15, tama? Okay. Pili tayo siguro 11. Okay, 11 na lang para kasi may 11 dito, walang 10 dito eh. Okay, tingnan natin kung inclusive or exclusive siya. Okay. Pag sinabing inclusive kasama yung condition mo sa result na lalabas. Pag exclusive, ibig sabihin, may start siya ng 12 hanggang 14. So, ang paggamit ng between, inclusive siya. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, parang ang condition mo dyan, greater than or equal, not greater than. Okay? Malinaw po? Malinaw? Malinaw?
Yes, sir.
Okay. By the way, kanina pala, nagamit ako ng year, o month naman, pwede namang month. Siyempre, pag month, ano ba yun? End date. Siyempre, kung month, hanggang 12 ka lang hanggang 12 ka lang. Kasi ang month natin, 1 to 12 lang naman, di ba? Okay? So, yun. Ganun din sa day. Pwede mong gawin yung day, 1 to 31. Okay? Pwede yun. Okay. Explore nyo lang mga other functions. Siguro, mas magkakaroon ng meaning tong gagamitin natin yung ibang function na yun pag nagkaroon na tayo ng subject na kung saan gagawa na tayo ng mga programs na merong connection sa database. Ano po? So, hintayin nyo lang. Malapit na yun. Okay. Kung sinusundan nyo siguro yung yung YouTube channel ng subject natin, may na-upload ako doon ng mga lessons sa event-driven, mga other subject na mayroong database. Pwede nyo explore yan kung gusto nyo mag-advance. Magandang yun. Magandang activity yun kung gusto nyo lang. Kung gusto nyo lang naman. Pero, of course, importante pa rin na kung ano meron nyo, yun muna ang yun nyo. Okay. So, questions so far? Questions so far?
May nagtanong po sa chat
Po?
na may nagtanong po sa chat.
Ay, okay po. Okay, thank you. Ito, basahin ko lang Sir, possible po ba mag-specify ng condition sa count? Actually, pwede. Okay, halimbawa, kanina nag-specify condition pero ito yung interpretation ko ng gusto mo mangyari Ito ang interpretation ko. Ano po? Okay. Let's say asterisk. Okay. Parang ito yung interpretation ko ng tanong ni Ira. Where parang ang interpretation ko, pwede bang gamitin yung condition, pwede bang gamitin yung count sa condition? Pwede. Count. Let's say, sabihin na natin, ano bang gusto mo i-count dyan? Let's say, lahat ng walang discount, i-display natin. Parang ganyan. Okay. Or, parang, paano ko ba ito i-describe? Let's say discount is greater than 0 or equal na lang to. Kasi ang purpose kasi ng count talaga is aggregate but I'm not sure about this one kasi ang ginagamit namin yung count pagka mga subquery pero I don't think parang hindi gagana to. Check natin count ano ba? Gusto ko ma-apply sa na effective siya where count. Lahat naman to try natin. P price let's say less than 15. I'm not really sure dito. Okay, hindi nga. So, invalid kasi hindi siya naka-group. Dapat naka-apply siya sa group by. So, pero yung example ko kanina, nilagay natin dito yung count, pero naglagay tayo ng condition. Okay. Okay na ba? Nasagot ko ba yung query ni Ira?
Yes po.
Or baka ang ibig mong sabihin dito maglagay ng condition dito sa loob. Parang ganyan.
Ano po sir? Sa loob po ng season.
Count. Hindi pwede. Ang ilalagay mo lang dito is column or other column or asterisk. Okay. Yan lang naman. Asterisk or column lang naman. Maglalagay ko lang ng column dyan kung anong column ang gusto mong i-count. Ganun lang naman. Okay. Pero pag lahat naman ng column yun, asterisk na lang. Okay. So, may tanong pa po ba?
So, lag po kasi kanina. Sa between po, inclusive po ba pag between po?
Inclusive po yun. Pag naglagay ka ng between, P, Q, O, H, tapos sinabi mo na between 10 and 15, kasama yung 10 and 15 sa i-display niya. Inclusive po yun. Apo.
Sige po sir, salamat po.
Opo. Another po? Another question? May question po? May question pa? Wala na. Okay. Let's go to our next topic. Okay. Our next topic is all about insert into statement. So the insert into statement, this is actually part of data management. Okay, insert into statement is used to insert new records in a table. So we need to you have to identify, we have to remember that if you want to insert a record, dapat meron kang ilalagay ng mga data. So to do that, you need to follow the syntax. The keyword insert into, followed by the table name, kung saan mo ipapasok yung mga data. And if you want to insert data to that particular table, you must specify the column name of that particular table. Okay? So, kung ilan man yung column na yun, i-mention mo yun. And you need to follow it by a keyword value. Ibig sabihin, when you define the column name, you need to follow it with the values that you want to insert to that particular column. And remember, when you add value to that column, you need to take consideration the order of the column that is mentioned on your column name keywords that you specify in the parentheses. Kung anong order nito, yun din ang order ng value sa kanya. Okay? If you are adding values for all the columns of table, it's okay not to mention the column name, instead values na lang. Kung lahat yun. Okay, pero mamaya na tayo rito. For now, if you want to insert the value to the column, you must specify the column name, followed by the keyword values and the values that you want to insert. So let us some example. Mamaya ko na discuss tong part na to itong part na to. Kasi baka malito kayo. Mamaya na yan. Okay, example, we have this table here. We have ID, name, age, address, and salary. So if you want to insert record to that particular customer, insert into this table name here, then specify the column, the name, age, address, dapat mag-match sila. And kung ano yung minention mo ng mga columns, mag-match din yung value na ipapasok mo sa kanya. Kasi pag hindi, nagkakaroon ng different value yung mga column. Diba? So kung anong order ng column na in-specify mo, yun din dapat ang order ng column na nilalagay mo na values. Malinaw po ba? Malinaw po ba?
Yes po.
Okay. Maybe you might notice, so bakit walang ID dyan? Kasi yung auto number dito is auto number niya. That's the purpose of auto number. Automatic siya na mag-assign ng number para sa record na ipapasok mo. Kaya hindi na natin minention yung ID. Most especially if that column is auto number. Okay?
Patest na kami sa July.
Okay. Let us have some demonstration. Okay. So, punta tayo dito sa check natin. Okay, let's say vendor. Okay, let's try vendor. Okay, let's have some insert into. Okay, from vendor. Okay. Insert into followed by keyword vendor. Kasi ito yung okay. Now, specify the column. Now, as you notice, the vendor code is integer but it is not an auto number. So, therefore, you need to mention it in your insert into. So, V code, comma, V name, comma, V contact.
Yes, kumura na kasi ako nga assistant pag-submit ko.
B-phone. Oops. Nakalimutan yung comma.
Ang kinwestiyon na sa person ko, kasi 3 months pa lang ako. Ang kinukuha rin ako ng 3 years. May additional ano man lang yan.
Ilitan natin ng konti. Okay lang ba?
12 years na yan.
Kasi baka hindi makita sa screen. Okay lang ba? Nawala yung ano ko. Ayan. Okay lang, no? Okay lang naman yan. Size niya. Kasi hindi kasha. Phone, state. And the order. Okay. So, after mentioning the column, maglalagay ka na ng values. Okay. Values. Okay. Ibig sabihin, yung value na ilalagay mo sa column. Okay. Okay. Open and close. Ngayon, yung first column na na-mention natin sa V-code. Now, there are things that you need also to consider. What type of data this column is assigned to? Kung yan po ay varchar, since integer siya, no need to mention single quote. So, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Since the column name, vname is varchar, you need to add single quote. Malinaw po ba? Kasi string siya. Let's say Jose. Okay. Contact. Okay. I think this is contact, contact person. I think this is vendor name, company name ata to, XYZ company. Contact, let's say Jose. Okay. Area code, examine natin data type, area code, varchar din. So, okay lang na lagyan mo siya ng double quotes. Okay, area code, let's say 111. Phone, yung phone natin ay varchar din. Okay, varchar. So, kama. Okay. Phone, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Something like that. And state. Kunwari lang state. So, let's say GA. And V-order natin, yes. Okay, something like that. So, dapat kung ilan ang nandito na naka-mention na columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, dapat 7 values din ang insert nyo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then, semicolon natin, execute. F9. Ito yung lalabas. Mali ako. Wala akong underscore. Okay, take 2. Execute. Okay, as you can see, wala pong lalabas na result. Instead, lalabas dyan, rows affected. Ibig sabihin, sa table mo, may isang row na nagalaw or na-apektuhan. So, kung titingnan natin, okay, refresh natin to, nandito na siya. XYZ company, Jose, 1111, etc. So, that's how you insert a record. Okay? So, what if we want to insert another record? Let's say 2222. Pero kulang yung data. Okay. Ano kaya mangyayari? Error ba siya? Let's try. Pero kompleto yung column. Okay. Tingnan natin ano maging behavior. Column count does not match value count. Kasi nga, ang column count mo hindi nag-match. Ito ay ilan? 7. Pero yung in-insert mo, 5 lang. Diba? So, hindi siya nag-match. Okay. Okay. Tanong. Ito, tanong ko What if, pwede ba akong, pwede bang insert ko lang yung V-code, V-name, contact, area code, hindi nakasama yung iba? Pwede kaya yun? Yes or no? Hula.
Yes.
Pwede kaya yun? Pwede kaya?
Opo.
Okay. Actually, pwede. Ano po? Kasi wala namang nag-restrict sa atin na kumpletuhin dapat. Kasi may mga may mga record kasi tayo na optional or may mga data tayo na optional. Example, middle name. Hindi lahat ng tao may middle name. Pero, kasama siya sa dapat pilapan, kung wala kang middle name, ilalagay mo lang NA or not applicable. Or wala kang ilalagay na data. So, okay lang na pag mag-insert ka ng data, i-mention mo lang ang gusto mo lagyan ng data. Mag-insert po yan. Gawin natin, ZZ or ZZZ Company 1. So, yung insert into, ang kailangan nyo lang gawin, or what you need to do is to mention the column that you want to just identify the column that you want your value to be inserted. Ano po? So, 77. So, successful pa rin siya. So, refresh. Ang pinagkaiba lang, yung other column na naiwan na walang laman, magiging null. Okay? So, yun. So, this example applies to optional values. Okay? Okay lang na wala ng value. Okay? Question so far? Question so far?
What if, sir, kailangan walang maapektuhan na row?
What do you mean walang maapektuhan na row?
Ba, sir, pag nag-insert ng may maapektuhan.
Actually, affected naman talaga ang row kasi nadagdagan siya ng bago. Ibig sabihin ng row 1 affected, nadagdagan ng bagong row yung table mo. Hindi naman totally talaga na affect ng ibang record, nadagdagan. Ay, hindi nawala. Ito, try natin. Select asterisk. Hindi nawala yun. Select asterisk from. Ang ano lang kasi, ang nire-return na niya, na message, 1 row affected. Ibig sabihin, merong isang row na naidagdag doon sa, yun ang ibig niya sabihin. Merong isang row na nadagdag doon sa table mo. Ano po? Okay. So, like asterisk from vendor natin. Ayan. So, nandun yung dalawa. Pero yung dati, nandyan pa rin. Hindi naman siya nire-replace. Hindi po. May ibang command po regarding that. Okay. Okay po?
Okay, sir. Thank you po.
Okay. Another question? Okay. Yung tanong po ba? Wala na siguro, ano? Okay, so yung minention ko kanina sa slide, eto, balikan natin siya kasi in-explain ko na eh. In-explain ko na kanina. If you are hiding value or adding values for all columns of the table, you do not need to specify the column names. Kung lahat naman yun na naka-mention sa table mo ay lahat yung lalagay ng value, okay lang na i-omit mo na tong part na to. Yun ay kung lahat yun. Ano po? Pero kung may optional column naman na okay lang na walang value, you have to mention the column that you want to use as a column to insert a value. Anong ibig sabihin? Okay. Let's say lahat ng data sa vendor lalagyan ko ng data. So, insert into vendor. Lahat yung lalagyan ko ng data, okay lang na huwag mo nang i-mention yung columns. Okay? Okay lang. Basta, lahat ng columns dito, may kanya-kanyang data na gusto mong lagyan ng value. Okay? Let's say, for example, vendor code 333, integer ata ito eh. Okay, kama. Let's say, company YY, company. Okay? Then, of course, dapat naka-arrange din according to the column arrangement ng table mo. So, dapat, kung ano naka-arrange dito, kung anong una, yun din ang una mong ipapasok na value. Okay? Let's say, vendor name, contact, let's say, Pipito, something like that. Area code, let's say, 222, kama, string pa rin lahat, ano? 4, let's say 1, 2, 3, etc. And state, let's say WA, let's say no, something like that. So make sure kompleto. Kung ilan ang nanditong column, you need to supply a complete value for each column. Okay, try natin ha. Okay, 1 row affected. Ibig sabihin, na-insert natin successfully. Ayan na siya. So yun, eto na siya, company Pipito. Pero kung hindi ka nag-mention ng value at gusto mo lang magdagdag ng 3 three data sa 3 columns or 2 columns, for example, 2 columns lang to, gawin natin 555, DDD, something like that. Then, insert. Okay, column count does not match value count. Okay, you need to specify a column name. Okay. Para mag-insert yung tatlong or dalawang data na to sa dalawang columns. Okay po ba? Malinaw po ba? Malinaw po ba?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure ha? Okay. Sure yan ha?
Sir, may po.
Yes. Maganda yan. Interesting yan.
Ano po, sir?
Ah?
One at a time lang po ba pwede mag-insert ng data o pwede po yung maramihan?
Pwedeng,
Query po.
pwedeng maramihan. Kaya gawa ka lang ng comma. Ano ba? Ano ba? Try natin. Isa lang eh. Gawin natin ganito. Siguro, siguro dalawang date, dalawang column lang ha. Bilit na lang natin mamaya yung iba. Let's say, vcode. Ay, sorry. Iba yung na-edit ko. Vcode. Good question din. Actually, nakalimutan ko yung mention niya. Thank you. Di ba maganda pag may ganitong interaction tayo? Baka hindi ko na-mention sa module to kung nagkataon. Okay. Window code, vname, something like that. So, pwede ka maglagay ng multiple values. Let's say, okay na yung 0.55, di ba? Nagawa na natin, di ba? So, I think nagawa na natin to. Refresh natin. Wala pa pala yung 555. Let's say, 333. Ito naman, AAA. Okay, so execute natin. F9. Meron na palang 333. Duplicate. Okay. Ang primary key kasi ayaw na duplicate value, kaya hindi siya na-insert. Pero possible yun. Meron na palang 333. Okay. Pero na-add ba yung 555? Wala. Okay. Try natin ng 444. Ay, sorry. Okay. F9. Okay. 2 rows affected. Ibig sabihin, na-insert natin yung dalawa. So, meron tayong 555 and 444. Okay. So, nilinit ko lang sa dalawang data yung insert para hindi masyadong marami. Matatagalan tayo. Okay. So, pwede po yung multiple record. So, kung multiple record sa values, lagay ka lang ng comma, then another set. Okay. Yun lang gagawin mo. Okay? Question so far? Question so far? May tanong po ba? Hello? Ayun lang, nawala na.
Hello, sir, wala na po.
Okay, wait lang ha. May check lang ako na ano.
Yes. Nakagawa ako ngayon, natuto ko ngayon ng functional programming.
Narinig niyo yun? Yung Sir Junel. Ganyan sa araw-araw, gusto mo na yung ma-achieve. Singit ko lang. Actually, ganyan kami rito parati ni Sir Junel. Aral lang kami ng aral. Okay. Okay. Saan na ba tayo? Okay, so that's I think that's all for insert. Let's move forward. Okay. Okay, so yun. Okay na. Update. So update, the update statement is used to modify existing records in the table. So syempre, we cannot avoid some certain case that a record a record has mislead type by the user. So typographical error, something like that. So how do we modify an existing record inside the database? So that's where update statement is being implemented. Okay, so how do we use update? So update is used to modify existing records. How do we use it? So the syntax is the keyword update, the table, and the keyword set. And of course, the column and the new value that you want to apply. Okay? So, another column, depende kung ilang columns ang i-modify mo. And of course, condition. This is very, very important. Very important to. So, this is big asterisk. Okay? Very important. Why? While clause is very important in this command. Be careful when updating records in table! Exclamation point. Notice the while clause in the update statement. The while clause specifies which records that should be updated. If you omit the while clause, all records in the table will be updated. Okay? So be careful of using update statement. Okay, example, we want to update the record, ito, 332 na lang para mas masaya. Update vendor. Okay? Set. Okay. Baguhin lang natin yung company name. Okay lang naman na specify nyo which column that you want to update. Okay lang naman. But I just want to modify single data lang. Okay? So let's say I want to change the vendor name to, let's say, ABC Company. Okay. Company. Ngayon, do not forget the where clause. Okay, where vcode equals to 333. Sorry, 333. So I'm going to modify this record here, right here. Okay? So from YYY company, I'm going to change that company name to ABC company. Company spelling. Company. Okay, something like that. Okay? Again, without condition, you are trying to modify all these records, specifically the column name, vendor name of all this record. So the determination of which record to modify is actually the work of where clause. Okay? So yung trabaho niya, specifier siya. Okay? Specifies what record. Kasi yun ang purpose kasi ng condition natin. You point a particular record based on a particular condition. So in this case, you actually pointing out that I just want to modify vendor code 333. So ibig sabihin kung ano lang sinet mo na name dito, yun lang ma-change. Nakuha pa yung point? Nakuha?
Yes po.
Okay, sure ha? Okay, so yun. So, pwede kayo mag-multiple ng So, try na muna natin execute kasi hindi ko pa ata siya na-execute. Ayan. So, one row affected. Okay? One row affected. So, let's refresh. Ayan. So, from YYY company, naging ABC company na siya. So, that's how you modify record. You just use update, followed by the table name, followed by the keyword set, and the column that you want to apply a new date to. Ano po? Then, of course, the value that you want to insert to that particular column. Kung numeric naman ang gusto nyo baguhin, walang single quote. Okay, just numeric value lang. Okay. Clear na po. Clear na. Alam mo, hanapin natin yung mga null. Okay. Ito baguhin natin itong dalawang record na to, yung 444 saka 555. Dagdagan natin ang contact. Okay. Expected output natin, dapat yung dalawang record na to magkaroon ng contact number na parehas or contact name na parehas. Hello. Okay. So, dito tayo magkakaroon ng condition. So, where 444 and of course, yung keyword na and. Kasi dalawa ang condition natin. 555. Okay, so expect nyo na ito yung change. Instead na magiging null siya, magkakaroon na siya ng value. So, oops, wala daw, affected. Let's see. Vendor code, ano ba nangyari? First natin. Wala nga. Bakit kaya? Vendor, contact, where vendor equals, okay naman ah. Bakit kaya? Ayaw ah. Let's see. Ano nangyari? Sorry. Nakalimutan ko. Hindi kasi pwede na parehas yung laman ng 444 na 555 pa. So, mali yung condition ko. Gawin na lang natin gawin natin OR. Okay. Kasi parang ang nangyari sa condition ko ganito. Explain ko kung bakit sometimes logical error talaga siya. Parang ang gusto ko mangyari, ang vendor code na hinahanap ko, multiple items ang laman niya. Okay? May 444 na siya at meron pang 555 sabay sa isang column. So what we are looking for is either 444 or 555. Yun lang naman. Kaya walang affected. So that's logical error. Okay. Okay, 2 rows affected. Ayan, gumana na siya. Nakalimutan ko. Okay, kasi 'di ba sa isang data isa lang naman ang pwede niyang laman. 444 or 555 lang. So hindi pwedeng 444 na 555 pa. Okay? So that's the explanation behind that. Kaya hindi na-apektuhan. Okay, na-clear na po ba? Clear? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sure ha?
Opo.
Okay, sure ha? Okay. So, kung wala na kayong tanong dyan, ano pa ba? Anyway, so we're close ha? Yung mga nagagamit na natin mga condition, pwede niya apply dyan. Basta, when you apply any modification from the record, you must take consideration of the condition always. Kasi baka mamali kayo ng condition, masira yung record. Okay, kasi wala nang balikan yan, walang undo yan. Walang undo update. Walang undo update Okay, walang undo update. Okay, kaya huwag basta-basta mag-execute ng command during production. Joke lang. Okay, gaya na nang nangyayari sa mga data sa bangko na update, mali-mali na update. Okay, so yeah. Okay, let's proceed to the next lesson. I think this is my last topic. Okay, ayan. Okay na, ano ko na to? So, if you want to apply multiple columns, gano'n lang. Just set the multiple column, followed by comma. Okay. So, yan. Okay. Eto, delete. Kaparehas po siya ng update. Okay. Ang pinagkaiba lang, eto bihira natin to gawin sa record. Okay. Delete statement is used to delete existing record in a table. Syntax, delete from table name followed by where clause. Ito, asterisk uli ito sa atin. Take note. Ang where clause sa delete, asterisk yan, meaning importante yan. Why? Be careful when updating tuloy. Di ko na-edit. Deleting. Sorry. Pati ako nabubulol na. Deleting records in table. Notice the where clause in the delete statement. The where clause is specify which record that should be deleted. If you omit the where clause, all records in table will be deleted. Okay? So, try natin dito mag-delete. Ayan. So, delete from vendor. Where vcode. Okay. Vcode is equals to 333. So, one row affected. Try natin i-refresh kung yung 333 nandyan pa. Refresh. Ayan, wala na siya. So, delete natin lahat ng null state. Okay, try natin. Delete vendor from where v state equals, is null. Okay, is null. Ilan lang na-delete? Okay, hindi pwede. May mga merong maapektuhan na walang state. Parang meron ditong state na null. Okay, di daw pwede tayo mag-delete kasi may maapektuhan sa relationship ng table natin papunta sa ibang table. Wala naman maapektuhan. Okay, check natin. Select asterisk from vendor where state. Ito lang naman ang madidelete. Yeah, tatlo lang naman madidelete pero ayaw niyang ipadelete sa atin. So, baka bawal. Delete from ayaw niya ipadelete. By the way, this actually happens if your table is connected with another table. Ang tawag dito sa error na to is referential integrity rules. Okay. Explain ko yung integrity rules. Okay. Explain ko punta lang ako sa slide ko. So, let me view the slide first. So, white form. Okay. So, that case will happen if your table is connected with another table. If you deleted the record here, basically, the records that is connected to this record from another table will also be deleted. Nag-guess ko yung point. So, databases has the security of preventing unauthorized delete without deleting first the sub-record. Dapat delete ka muna rito bago ka mag-delete sa parent table niya. Okay? Kasi pinaprevent niya yung referential integrity. Unang-una, panagad ka ng record, hindi ka pwede mag-add ng child kapag wala kang parent table. Diba, diniscuss ko na yan? Parang, na-discuss ko siya o na-mention ko siya. So, kung meron kang parent, nag-add ka ng child, possible. Pero pag nag-add ka ng child, pero wala kang dineclare na parent, hindi yun possible. Okay? Kasi, yung record natin sa database ay interconnected. Imagine, meron kang account, di ba? Meron kang account sa bangko. Explain ko para madali. Meron kang deposit, Deposit record. Pwede ka bang mag-deposit nang wala kang account? Yes or no?
No.
Hindi pwede. Yun yung tinatawag nating referential integrity para maiwasan yung tinatawag na anomaly. Imagine, paano ka nagkapera, wala ka namang account. Kanino yung account? Di ba? Di ba? Paano magkaroon ng perang record dito? That is anomaly. So, yun ang ina-answer ng relational database. Dapat, kung magdadagdag na ng record sa deposit, dapat connected siya sa isang account. That is referential integrity. Ano po? Sinisigurado mo na mag-exist ang record kapag meron siyang connection with other record. Okay? Malinaw po ba? Malinaw po ba? Malinaw?
Opo.
Okay. So, I think clear siya. So, yun ang naging problema kaya hindi tayo makapag-delete. So, ang gawin na lang natin, isa-isa na lang natin i-delete based on ID. Ano po? So, where vcode vcode is equal to 444, something like that. Okay. Check na. So, nade-delete naman siya eventually. So, yun. So, yun lang naman. Okay. So, question so far? Question so far? Question so far? Hello?
None po, sir. Pasensya na.
Okay. So, ngayon, sir, ano bang sense nito? Bakit pinag-aaralan natin? Magagamit ba namin yung mga command na yan, mga insert, select. Actually, ang diniscuss na natin is ito. Ginagamit namin na term. CRUD. Create, read, update, and delete. Saan ba ito ginagamit? Data management. Okay. Data management ang ng mga data doon sa database kung gagamit ka ng tinatawag na mga software application like yung dinevelop mo sa C#. Pwede kang gumamit ng C# or programming language like C# to manage the data on your database. Kaya tinatawag na natin siya mga DBMS. Okay. So, let me give you a demonstration. Okay. So, meron ko ditong program sa C#. Ito, matagal niya pa to bago matutunan kasi ibang year to. So, meron akong product dito. So, demonstrate ko muna ha. Okay. Ito yung program. Okay. Ito, pinapagawa ko to sa third year na IT ko. So, malapit yun na ito matutunan. Actually, itong part ng program kung ginawa ko na siya. Ang pinagawa ko sa estudyante ko, yung pag-add ng vendor. Pero binigyan ko na sila ng program na kagaya nito para ma-appreciate nila yung C#. So, may laman na siyang program sa products na nagdi-display ng products. Ito na yung tinatawag nating select. Di ba pa nag-select ka mo, nag-aanak ka ng records, ina-apply mo na dito yung select. Example, hanapin natin yung screw. Okay. Description, screw. Okay. Enter. Ayan, lahat yan screw. Di ba? Ito naman yung ginamit natin kanina insert. Di ba? Product code, let's say, 888, product name, new, let's say, Lucky Me. Kunwari lang. Lucky Me, Pancit Canton. Okay, spicy flavor. Okay, quantity, order tayo 100. Price niya, let's say 13.50. Reorder level, pagka ang stock natin ay umabot ng 15, reorder level na siya. Discount, none. Company, ito na yung dinagdag natin kaninang record. ZCC Company. Save. Ayan, na-add na siya sa record. So, pag na-add na siya sa record, makikita na natin dito yung Lucky Me Pancit Canton, nandyan na siya. So, Lucky Me. Hanapin natin, Lucky Me. Lucky Me. Ayan na siya. So, yun yung essence kung bakit pinag-aaralan natin sa information management, yung mga tinatawag na queries. Kasi yan ang ilalagay natin sa program natin. Malinaw po ba? Nakuha niyo yung nakuha niyo yung concept? Yes.
Ano po to gawa po to sa Visual Studio?
Yes, pakita ko sa iyo C# yan. Ayan C# yan. Okay. Ito binibigay ko to sa mga estudyante ko tapos ang ginagawa ko kasi para ma-appreciate ng estudyante yung programming, gumagawa na ako ng program pero kulang. Kung anong diniscuss ko na activity, yun ang pinapagawa ko sa kanila sa existing program na ginawa ko. Okay. So, ito siya. Saan pumapasok yung select statement? Pakita ko sa inyo, ha? Ito yung code niya. Ayan. Saan ba yun? Select. Ayan. Ito na. Nakikita nyo ba? Ayan na siya, select. Diba? So, ini-execute na yun ng C#. Pag na-execute yun ng C#, lalabas na yun doon sa program, sa data grid, para maging parang Excel type siya. Ito naman, ito yung workflows. Kung ang pinili ni user sa combo box ay product code, kung ang pinili niya naman ay description, ito naman yung criteria na ginagamit ko. Okay? Ito kasi, since naka-variable siya, nakalagay sa variable yung pinet ni user, kaya ang ginagawa ko, yung hinahanap ko dito, pinapalitan ko ng variable. Okay? Kung anong pangalan ng variable. So, kaya yung mga tinuturo ko sa inyo sa C#, yung human computer interaction, at meron ba tayong susunod, nagagamit niyo para makagawa ng ganito mga application. Ayan, C# yan. Tinanggal ko lang yung title bar para magmukha siyang presentable. Ito, picture lang to. Picture box. Ito, label. Okay. Label lang yan. Okay. Label lang yan. Label. Okay. Yan. So, ito naman, icon lang din yan. Picture box. Ito, label lang din. Diba? So, pagka tig-double click mo, tig-click mo yan, meron ka nang pwedeng gawin na command sa kanya. Okay? And then, gumawa lang ako ng mga different forms. Since nag-start pa lang naman kayo sa C#, kaya hindi pa ito part ng discussion nyo. Kasi ang ginagawa pa lang natin sa C# is yung paggamit ng mga statements like yung text box, yung if-else. Actually, wala pa nga kayong loop eh. Di ba? Wala pang loop, no? So, meron pa kayong subject na didiscuss natin yung loop. Okay? Tingnan natin tong part na meron siyang product list. Pakita ko sa inyo. Okay, product list. Okay. Kaya yung mga yung mga nakikita nyo, sir, ba't gano'n? Ang hirap naman yan. Huwag nyo isipin na mahirap. Sa isipin nyo, dagdag lesson nyo na dapat yung matutunan. Kasi lahat naman ng bagay mahirap eh. Pag napagdaanan mo na siya, magiging part na siya ng knowledge mo. Di ba? So, ma-apply mo na siya. Magkakaroon ka ng skills how to apply them to different problem scenarios na may encounter mo. Okay. So, ito naman, ginagawa niya, nag-display na siyang data sa grid para makita mo na yung list. Okay? Ito naman, delete. Di ba? May delete tayo dito. So, nag-delete na siya. So, delete from product where kung anong naselect na sa list box na product item. Delete niya na. Yun, execute niya na yun. So, execute na siya. Sa ngayon, hindi niyo pa ito masyadong maintindihan na code. Basta ang gusto ko lang maintindihan nyo, yung dinidiscuss ko ng mga command, ito yung pupuntahan niya. Dito nyo siya magagamit. Ano po? Okay. Marami pa akong ituturo sa inyo. Huwag kayo nag-alala. Ang dami-dami pa.
Resources in your high.
Mabuti naman at gano'n kung meron. Pero, syempre, may mga pa rin. Siguro may mga other things pa na pwede akong madagdag. Kung meron ka ng ibang background or natutunan sa previous school mo, at least meron pa akong pwedeng may dagdag. Okay? Kagaya nito. So, this is an example of information system. Ito yung mga product kanina. Okay. Ito naman yung vendor. Tingnan natin kung may product niya si Bryson. Ayan, nakikita natin yung product niya, etc. So, yun. Okay. So, ito naman yung edit. Ito naman yung delete, etc. So, yun yung pinapagawa ko sa mga estudyante ko. Para pagdating nila ng capstone project nila pag 4th year, mayroon na silang gumawa ng system. Okay. So, question so far? Meron pa nga itong login eh. May login pa to eh. Hindi ko lang na kasi yung database na ginagamit ko dito iba compared sa Actually sa to, SailcoDB ito. Ito yung login form ko. Ayan siya. Pakita ko sa inyo. Hindi lang ito gumagana kasi nga yung database na, yung table na users, hindi ko na nailagay. Okay, lagay tayo. Sample lang. Para nyo. Para na ma-demo ko sa inyo. Para ma-appreciate nyo. Okay, gawa ko dito ng table. Ano bang pangalan ng table ko dyan? TDL users. So, gawa tayo ng ID. Int. Gawa tayo ng primary key. Auto-increment. Username. Okay. Varchar. Let's say 15 characters lang username, then password. Okay. Varchar. 15 characters. Something like that. Then save natin. Okay, ngayon, add tayo ng data sa ating table. So, users, okay, add tayo, let's say, admin, password, admin, something like that. Save. So, try natin implement yung login. Okay. So, ang ginagawa nito, pagka nag-type ka ng data sa text box mo, kinukuha niyo yung laman ng text box. So, pag nakita niyang may laman yun, magpiquery na siya. So, select asterisk from users. So, TDL users na siya. Tama ba yung nilagay ko? TDL user sa database. Yeah, TDL users. From TDL users where username is equals to yung anong tinepo sa text box and password ko namang tinepo sa password ng text box mo. Ima-match niyan sa nasa database. Pag may nakita siyang record na more than 1, more than 0 yung nakita niyang record, meaning, tama yung password at username mo. So, try natin ha. Okay, try natin login. FRM login. Okay, F5. Okay, yun na siya. Diba? So, admin, let's say, blah, something like that. Login. Okay. Username and password. Please try again. Invalid username and password. Try natin admin. Okay. Admin naman. Admin. Login. Okay. Access granted. Di ba? So, ganun lang naman kasimple yun. Okay. Kaya napaka-essential na dapat matutunan nyo yung pag-query sa database kasi pag gumawa na kayo ng program, i-insert nyo yung lahat doon sa program na ginagawa nyo para makapag-manage din yung program nyo ng record. Okay? Malinaw po? Malinaw? By the way, baka tatanong kayo, so nasaan yung count? Nalala nyo ba to? Nakikita nyo ba tong number? O, diyan kung ginamit yung count,
Excuse me po, sir.
nandito yung count. Nasaan ba yun? Blah, blah, blah. Count. Nasaan ba? Hindi ko ata dito nilagay. Anyway, yes, ano yung tanong?
Sir,
Yes.
sa maabot po na second semester, ikaw po ba yung bahala ng GUI-based application software?
Hindi ko sure kung ako pa magtuturo, pero malin nyo ako din. Kasi usual ako nagtuturo ng C# eh. Baka meron pa tayong subject na basta parang application development, parang ganun. Parang ganun. Baka ako pa rin. Okay. Anyway, lahat naman to, tinuturo ko sa kanila paputol-putol. Paano pag-connect sa database, another lesson. Paano pag-retrieve ng data, another lesson. Ganun naman siya. Ito nagkataon lang, final project na nila to. Okay. Gagawa na sila ng system. Okay. Pero hindi naman ganun kalaking system. Okay. Parang ano lang, implementation lang ng lahat ng tinuro ko sa kanila within the semester. Yun lang naman. Okay. Ako gusto ko lang ipakita to not because may design at akong gumawa. Gusto ko lang ma-inspire kayo na matutunan yung mga tinuturo ko sa inyo. Kasi magagamit nyo sa mga susunod na subjects nyo. Okay? Okay po ba?
Nasubmit na yung July.
Okay na.
Okay na. Hinahanapan naman siya si
Okay po ba?
certificate, mga
So,
certificate.
may-
Ikaw paano? Na ikaw pa alam na ikaw ang di mo paano student affairs.
Oo.
Kaya pala siya nagkasabi.
May backup teacher po sa
Pero sa position mo, ikaw
Eh, nasa office kasi ako. Nasa office. Nasa school ako. Okay. May tanong pa po ba? May tanong pa?
Ikaw isubmit mo lang ito.
May tanong pa? Hello?
Para na siya
Ay,
kilala
sir,
ni
yung sa,
George, ni ano, ni
Ano po?
sir,
Yes po.
sa web development po, ikaw po yung,
Si mga...
Yes. Ako din. Bakit?
Tulad ako yun ako.
nano sir na yung gagamit naman na,
Bakit ko na employment ay nagre-post?
ano, HTML po ba?
Actually, ganito kasi yun. May mga estudyante kasi na nag-IT na ang track nila is hindi naman talaga programming. Kung ang track mo kasi sa senior high school ay programming, tinuro na yung ano ba to? Mali yung spelling ko ng programming. Wait lang ha. Wala yung nasulat ko. Okay. I think wala nang tanong. So I will stop recording na kasi question na to. So, stop.